Good morning, and it is good evening in our place. Thank you very much, Dr. Victor and the team for inviting me for this lecture. David?
Buenos días, buenas tardes allá en India y muchas gracias al doctor Víctor y al doctor Eric por recibirlo. Doctor.
Yes. I am Dr. Imran Sabri. I am a forensic expert from India. I did my master's MD, PhD from India. And now I am placed in Saudi Arabia as a teacher for the past 12 years. David?
Sí, soy jefe de la División Médica Forense de la Facultad de Medicina y ahorita estoy en Arabia Saudita como profesor de Medicina Forense y Psicología. Doctor.
So, it is very great that this international conference you have organized, and I congratulate the organizers for this nice initiative to invite the international faculty as well. So the task assigned to me is globalization of the forensic expertise. So the idea behind is that basically now it's time to cross the boundaries. We have worked in our countries as well. At the same time, a forensic expert is a global forensic expert. David?
El tema que se me ha designado es hablar sobre el perito a nivel global y cómo esta profesión puede cruzar fronteras. ¿Qué es un perito global? Un perito global es una persona que posee conocimientos, habilidades y experiencias. Doctor?
Yes. So basically, if somebody is working in its own country, yes, of course, he can achieve a target and can be amongst the top 10 forensic expert. But at the same time, the other countries who are also working in the same field need the expertise of those experts. So, so the need arises to become now as a global expert. And a global expert, by definition, is a specialized person who has knowledge, skills, and experience in the specific field of forensic medicine and forensic sciences. David.
Sí. El experto global es una persona que ha sido entrenada en diferentes campos y tiene experiencia especializada en un ámbito específico, lo que le permite ofrecer información, asesoramiento y soluciones valiosas a nivel internacional. Doctor.
So now, since we are a global experts now, so qualification and competence which are required is the global expert must be qualified and competent. So qualification, by qualification, we means that the qualification that a country have. For example, if in our country it is masters and PhD, in some other countries they have masters and diploma. So at least basic qualification in the field of forensic medicine is required, and registration in the council and license. These are the three main requirements: qualification, registration, and the license to practice forensic medicine is required. At the same time, we have competencies. So with competencies in the field of crime scene investigations, autopsy and laboratory work, and also all forensic experts are also teachers. Maybe we sometimes think that since we are forensic experts, we are not teachers. But believe me, without teaching, the forensic specialty cannot survive. We have to be teacher, and we are teachers. David?
Sí. Para ser un perito global tenemos que tener características y competencias específicas. Por ejemplo, en India, ellos tienen maestrías y cursos, y en otros lugares hay maestrías y diplomas. También él menciona que estar calificado significa estar en el campo forense relevante. Esto es tener un posgrado o una maestría en ciencias forenses, estar registrado en los consejos pertinentes, tener una licencia, como en México es la cédula, para ejercer el trabajo. Estar calificado también implica estar competente en el trabajo forense. Esto es, por ejemplo, en investigaciones de la escena, autopsias y pruebas de laboratorio. Y finalmente, también la docencia para ser un personal que pueda enseñar a colegas y estudiantes. Doctor.
Some of the skills that are basic required by the forensic experts, skills and competence are technical specialties in the field of forensic science knowledge, analytical and critical thinking. Critical thinking is basically thinking outside the box, solving the problem. Communication skills. For example, we need sometimes have are experts but don't know how to communicate. So communication skills is one of the important competency, writing, report writing, cultural and ethical awareness. So as a crime scene investigator, we sometimes work in a kind of different cultural environment. So cultural and ethical awareness is also important for a forensic expert. Technological and digital skills like the cybersecurity, like artificial intelligence, like emerging technologies and global standard, because we have to keep updated by the technology, the interdisciplinary knowledge. So knowledge of forensic is not only important, but also the international laws or the laws we are working with. Leadership and collaboration. So leadership, team leadership, leading a team. So this is one of the competency that is needed for a forensic experts of global exposure and global networking and outreach. So competency of global outreach, reaching other countries to serve. Okay, David.
Es dentro de las competencias y habilidades que debe tener un perito global, tenemos experiencia o mastering en cosas técnicas, por ejemplo, ciencias forenses, investigación de la escena del crimen, herramientas analíticas, técnicas del laboratorio y, por supuesto, la parte legal. También necesitamos el pensamiento crítico y analítico, por ejemplo, em, eh, atención al detalle, resolución de problemas, interpretación de datos y reconocimiento de patrones. También habilidades de comunicación como escritura técnica, del testimonio en las cortes, habilidades multilingüales y culturales también. También necesitamos habilidades digitales y tecnológicas como la ciberseguridad, el conocimiento de nuevas tecnologías, el conocimiento interdisciplinario como criminología, derecho internacional, derechos humanos. También necesitamos líderes hoy de liderazgo y de colaboración, por ejemplo, colaboración en manejo de proyectos, en liderazgo, de adaptación y de continuo, de aprendizaje continuo, resiliencia, adaptación y por último el networking, ¿no? Creación de redes profesionales para ser miembro de afiliaciones como esta o de publicaciones y de investigación. ¿Doctor?
No, no, se necesita ser preparado, certificado con diploma.
So after the competence, and these are the basically key competencies and skills that a global or forensic expert should possess. And it's a detailed one, so we need to go into details of each. I will give one example of global standard forensic, like ASTM. So this is American um, standards, and we have to be aware about the standards prevailing in our country as well as prevailing in other countries and the global standards. So some countries have their own forensic standards. Some countries are in developing stages of their standards. So as a global forensic expert, we must be aware about the other countries as well, not only for our own country. For example, for our own country, we study from the our literature, but we are less aware about the standards prevailing in our country, which might be different from our countries. So, as a forensic expert, we must be aware about the prevailing standards globally in multiple countries in order to be labeled as a global forensic expert. David.
Me voy llegando apenas, solo que
Yes.
regresando.
Barbara, could you mute? Thank you. Okay. Para poder, vamos a mencionar algunos estándares globales para los peritos. Por ejemplo, estos que mencionó el doctor de los estándares americanos incluyen temas como procesos industriales, práctica general, control de calidad, investigación, terminología, que son necesarios para poder ser un perito global en este mundo globalizado. Doctor.
Yes. So in two years back, in 2021, rather 3 years back, we have taken an initiative from India. So, and the main aim is globalization of forensic medicine. So we have founded this Global Academy of Forensic and Investigative Medicine for the global experts. And at the same time, it is our dream that all the associations will be associated with the GLAFIMS. And so to develop a global network of forensic expertise in the field of forensic medicine. So together we succeed, and to help each other in advancement of forensic medicine and forensic science, forensic practices, investigative medicine, law authorities, and forensic pathology and allied health sciences. It's a collaborative effort from India that we have taken, and I am thankful to Dr. Victor that he has given his hand from Mexico. First time we have our ally, the Dr. Victor's association. So we internationally have ally with the Dr. Victor. And at present, we have our members in multiple countries, including Afghanistan, Algeria, Bangladesh, Egypt, Italy, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Lebanon, Libya, Malaysia, Mauritania, Mexico, Morocco, Nepal, Nigeria, Pakistan, Singapore, South Sudan, Spain, Syria, Tanzania, Turkey, UAE, and UK, and Yemen, and Zimbabwe. Also, we are conducting one of the CME on the April, in which further is given. David.
Yes. Una de las grandes iniciativas es la creación de GLAFIMS en el 2021, hace 4 años. India tomó la iniciativa de crear una asociación que pudiera crear una red de peritos que pudieran dar solución a temas globales y sobre todo en las ciencias forenses. Y están agradecidos con el doctor Víctor por sumarse con la asociación en México, el CRP, para dar más internalización a CLANFIS. Landfills tiene presencia en los países que ya mencionó el doctor, no los voy a mencionar. Y sobre todo, el principal objetivo de la asociación es colaborar y cooperar entre sí para el desarrollo académico y mejorando las interacciones mutuas. Doctor.
So now we need to see about some of the benefits of the global forensic expert. So we have selected 3-4 countries regarding the pay scale for the forensic expert. So if you see that in USA we have 60,000 to 100,000 USD annually paid, and in UK we have 45 to 60,000, and in Australia. So if you see, these 3-4 countries are the best to work as a forensic expert, like USA, UK, Australia, Singapore, and Europe and Canada. So if you're planning a career in global forensic expertise and you are qualified and competent to work, so these 6 countries are the best to work as a forensic expert, for the forensic scientist, as well as crime scene investigators, because these countries have a very well developed and equipped and standard forensic practices on applied aspects. Other countries are developing, but not at this scale. So, and I have searched about the comparative analysis of the salaries. So private investigators and forensic pathologists, they are also earning a good amount of salary here. So moral of the story, if you want to work as a global forensic expert, then we need to target at least these 6 countries to work and to know about their standards first, their competencies. So their standards are available online. We can download it anytime. And we can be appointed as a forensic scientist or a crime scene investigator assistant or a private investigator or a forensic pathologist. But for a forensic pathologist and the private investigator, the qualification and competence, of course, required more, because a private investigator has got more responsibilities as the sole authority for investigating the crime, as well as the forensic pathologist have a sole authority in medical legal work. So they need a higher qualification as compared to a simple forensic scientist or a crime scene investigator assistant. So this is the comparative analysis. And if we compare this salary of forensic expert with other professions like criminal lawyer and police, so you can easily see that in USA, the criminal lawyer are getting around average of 125,000 USD, which is equivalent to the private investigator, forensic expert, forensic pathologist, although it is more than the police officer is earning. So, moral of the story, that working as a forensic expert, we have to try to work as a forensic pathologist or a private investigator in these countries to earn more salaries.
Okay, Imran, let me.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
So after master program, for example, we have some master program and we have some PhDs. So after master program, we can have forensic scientist job, laboratory manager, forensic toxicology. These are the grades of the job and their salaries. So after master program, we can work like a forensic scientist, but better to have a PhD or a higher degree, after the masters so that we can earn more, as you see in the salaries as well. I have searched for the global recognition. So we have at least GLAFIMS, Colegio Federal de Peritos of Dr. Victor. Then we have Forum Lex Association working in the field. We have International Academy of Forensic Science, Forensic Science, American Academy of Forensic Science. These are the global accreditation and recognition agencies, and they have their own website. So we can go to their website and ask for the accreditation, and also some jobs openings are there in their website as well. Some of the special recognizing agencies globally is International Association for Identification, Society of Forensic Toxicologists. So these associations are working in the field of forensic medicine. And if you're planning a career in as a forensic expert, as a forensic scientist, these are the association we have to encounter with. And all of these associations have their websites. So we can go to their website for the recent and latest information about the global standards and the job description of the forensic experts. Yes, David.
Ok. So, de la parte de los salarios, el doctor estaba explicando que él hizo el comparativo entre lo que es un perito experto y lo que es un patólogo o perito, un investigador privado. Por supuesto que los privados cobran más porque tienen más responsabilidades, como vieron en las gráficas que él mencionó, y sobre todo porque tienen más responsabilidades. Después, en el siguiente comparativo que él enseñó, en donde estaban los patólogos privados y lo que cobran los policías, por ejemplo, y otra figura, por supuesto que siguen cobrando más los patólogos, los expertos, porque tienen ya una maestría, una formación.
Qué bueno
Y-
que
y
se está
pueden-
grabando.
Y pueden cobrar más cuando tienen un PhD, un doctorado, ¿no? Entonces, la formación es importante. También él mencionó algunas de las asociaciones internacionales en las que se puede uno orientar o consultar de acuerdo a los diferentes países para ver los requerimientos que se tienen en diferentes áreas. Sí, doctor.
Yes. So I have identified the key roles and responsibilities of a global forensic expert. First is objective analysis, provide unbiased, fact-based scientific evidences. So in many countries, there might be some bias in investigations, but if you want to recognize as a forensic expert, we should not be biased towards anyone. Okay, like anything, we should not be biased. So this is one of the character of the forensic expert, that we should be doing honest investigation without any pressure, without any bias. So if you are, for example, if somebody is having biased opinion or favoring someone, he cannot or can never become a global forensic expert. He can work in a country, but for a global scale to work with, we have to be honest and unbiased, fact-based, scientific, evidence-based doctor. Second competence is the key role is the specialized knowledge. So knowledge about expert in DNA, toxicology, ballistics, fingerprint analysis, and digital forensics. These are some of the key roles of the forensic expert. Crime solving, the third character and the competence is the crime solving, identifying the perpetrator, reconstruct the crime scene, and to establish the timeline, how it happens. Then we have legal support, offer credibility testimony to judge, jury and attorney. So we preparing the documents as required by the jury. Prevent miscarriage of justice, ensure accurate analysis to exonerate innocent individual. Again, I emphasize the role of innocence and unbiased approach. Interdisciplinary contribution, collaborate with the law enforcement and legal terms. So interdisciplinary approach is important for the forensic expert. Technological and scientific innovation, develop and use of cutting edge technology. So by this we means keep continuing updates about the knowledge and the skills. Identification in mass disaster, because it is one of the key role we have. Mass disasters happening day by day, they are increasing. So forensic experts are required in this field as well. Deterrence of crime, and forensic technology deters the criminal. Wider application contribute to civil, corporate, and investigative public health. Support in cold cases, educational training and role. So education and training role cannot be undermined. So these are the key responsibilities of a forensic expert. One of the thing is, take home message here is that in order to become global forensic expert, we should be deadly honest. David.
Sí. Los expertos forenses tienen un papel crucial en el sistema judicial y penal, y lo que comparte el doctor es que deben tener ciertas claves, ciertas responsabilidades como peritos forenses. El primero era el ser objetivo en el análisis, esto es, ser neutral, dar una respuesta honesta y neutral en la evidencia científica. Sus hallazgos deben basarse en hechos, no en opiniones, lo que garantiza la imparcialidad de la investigación. El segundo era tener un conocimiento especializado. Esto es que los profesionales tengan una profunda experiencia en sus campos específicos, como el análisis de ADN, toxicología, etcétera, que les ayude a resolver casos complejos. El tercero era la resolución de delitos, los cuales los expertos ayudan a identificar a los perpetradores, reconstruir escenas de crimen, establecer cronogramas a través de métodos científicos, lo cual proporciona una pieza crucial de evidencia para resolver los casos. El cuarto es el apoyo legal. Esto es, el testimonio en el tribunal proporciona claridad y credibilidad a la evidencia, lo que ayuda a los jueces, jurados y abogados a comprender los aspectos técnicos de un caso. El quinto era prevención de errores judiciales, esto es, mediante análisis precisos y confiables, los expertos forenses previenen condenas injustas e identifican errores. El sexto era la contribución interdisciplinaria, esto es, que los expertos colaboran con fuerzas del orden, equipos legales, otros profesionales médicos y forenses y científicos para tener un enfoque holístico para resolver el crimen. El séptimo es la innovación tecnológica y científica, en la cual los expertos adoptan un desarrollo de tecnología de vanguardia, lo que impulsa la innovación para beneficiar al sistema legal. El octavo es la identificación de desastres masivos, esto es, ayudan a identificar a las víctimas de desastres, por ejemplo, accidentes, desastres naturales, terrorismo, lo cual permite a las familias cerrar el ciclo y ayudar en los esfuerzos humanitarios. El noveno es el disociación del delito, lo cual es tener técnicas forenses que puedan rastrear la evidencia hasta su origen, disuade los posibles delincuentes de cometer delitos. El décimo es aplicación más amplia de estas responsabilidades. Por ejemplo, las investigaciones criminales, los expertos forenses contribuyen a casos civiles como fraude, propiedad intelectual, así como investigaciones corporativas y de salud pública. El penúltimo es el apoyo a casos sin resolver, por ejemplo, brindando justicia a años después de que ocurrió un crimen. Y el último es la función educativa y de capacitación. en la que muchos expertos educan a agentes de la ley, profesionales legales y estudiantes, lo cual fomenta una mayor comprensión de las ciencias forenses. Doctor.
Yes, these are some of the agencies that are prescribing the forensic standard globally. I will not name them. I will send the presentations to all of you. So you can check it out because these are the list of the agencies that are working globally. So if you want to become global expert, you will check out these agencies. And if you want to work in a particular country, for example, if you want to work in Europe, then you need to obtain the website of the European Committee of Standards and check for the European accreditation and standards in forensic medicine. And then you can apply from the place you are. So, but first you need to go to the agency and ask them for the registration and accreditation. And then when the application is accepted, you can work in that country with their standards. Yes. So thank you. Thank you, David. And thank you all of you for providing me a chance, especially to our collaborative team. And thank you to the organizer